Hello everyone, it's Mindy, and I have a finish. I have another one to put in the books. I did well. I mean, this took me about 6 weeks, okay? I didn't finish it in September during the chuck-along, but it took me another couple weeks to finish it. So I'll say 6 weeks. Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby. So I've got my little stickers here. I never even put this one on the box. I've been putting them on the end of the box, but so I have that one, and of course I have this one for my logbook. I've never actually filled out start and end date and stuff on my little sticker before, but I'm going to for this one, and I'll put this one on my logbook for a finish. September-ish, October. It has to be an October finish, but anyhow, I finished. Okay, let me just say this. Wow, and oh wow. I knew the second that Chuck Pinson came on my live and showed the painting, the artwork for this. I fell in love with it and knew that I had to have it. And I waited for a long time for Diamond Art Club to actually make this one. And it was worth the wait. That's all I can say. It was absolutely worth the wait. It was also a lot of fun to work on. You know me, I like confetti. So I got my confetti over here, and I got confetti over here, and these flowers. But it really went fast when I had color blocking. A lot of line blocking in the house, and the sky had big chunks of color blocking. And I worked on it in a way that I got a little bit of everything. Okay, so I worked on it. I started here, which I always start here, and I worked up. And then I did a second row because I use release papers, as you know. And so I did them kind of like this, right? And so I did a row up, and then I did another row up. And then I thought, I don't want to do all the fun stuff first. So I moved over to the other side, and I did 2 rows up that way. Then I did across the bottom here, and then I did across the top, and this was the end right here. Right in here was the finish, okay? So it was fun, and it was a fun way to do it because I got such a variety of styles. Like I got color blocking, I got some multi-placing and line blocking. Over here, I got big hunks of color blocking. I'll show you some of those in a second because I was like, whoa. And it was just a fun way to do it. I enjoyed doing it that way. All right. So, of course, drill-wise, I had no problems. I did not run out of a single drill. The drills were fine. I didn't have any issues with drills. Okay. Here's my trash. I had some weird hunks in this trash, right? Just like pieces of plastic. Where that round one came from, that's probably a different project. I don't know. What I did, because this had so many colors, it had 65 colors. So I couldn't fit them all in this type of storage. They wouldn't all fit in here. So I just grabbed my Bella Art holder, and I put the rest of them in here. And this worked great because I just set this like that, and then everything was in one place. That worked awesome. I loved it. I have 2 of these. One's full. This one's going to be empty now. Yay. But I really like those. And I like how it fits like this. And then it also allowed me to have some room for other things. Like there's room here. Like I often had my pen over there. And, these were tucked in here all the time. That's where my release papers went too. See, it just made a neat little holder. Hello, dog barking. And if she doesn't stop, I'm going to have to go take care of her. I don't know what she's barking at. She's just like barking at the wind or something. So I could keep my little supplies in here and all that kind of stuff. Anyhow, just a little tip there. Okay, now let's talk about what this painting had. Besides the, what was it? 65 colors. 65 colors. It had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ABs. 7 ABs. Okay, so there was green. There was a red. And keep these colors in mind. There was red, No, that's pink. That's the pink. Sorry. There was a purple. Not much left of that one. There was yellow. There was orange. And of course, there was white. Okay. Some of these, I can't remember now. Some of them had more than one bag, I believe. I think the yellow had more than one bag, possibly. Anyhow, because there's a lot of yellow AB in here. So anyhow, that's how I worked it. I loved it. And doing it the way that I did it, it fit on my small table very nicely without having a lot of, I mean, it could hang off the front of my table, you know, because I did it this way. Anyhow, I could hang off the front of my table, and it just fit on there pretty nicely. So anyhow, just a little bit about how I worked it. Are you ready to see the whole thing? I know that you are. You ready to see it? It is one fantastic piece of art. Look at it. I don't need to say anything, do I? Do I really need to say anything? It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay? And as a Chuck Pinson always does, it always has surprises. Like my first little section down here I was working on. I was working here and I walked away and I was like, oh, I just made a bird right there. Right? This bird I kind of knew I was making. That bird I didn't. It just kind of popped out at me. The cat, this is a cat. Okay, it's a little weird for a cat. It's just a few drills, but you know, don't look too closely at it, right? One of these birds down here surprised me too. This guy, one of them. I didn't know I was making that until I was done. Probably this one because he was closer to the browns. He was all mixed in. And it just pops out. I did not realize I was making the pelican. That one caught me for sure. And that's the fun of doing one of these Chuck Pinson paintings. Things will just pop out because when you're up close, super close, you don't even realize what you're working on. And then turn off that light pad, step away, and it's like, whoa. Like this, I didn't realize I was making the anchor. I was right up in here and I was worried about the windows and what I was doing with the windows. And then I didn't realize I had made half of the anchor. It was actually split right up the middle, kind of. And I was like, oh, I made the anchor. So much fun, though. But look at the colors on this thing. Look at it. There are ABs everywhere. Everywhere on this painting. Okay? So let's just start down here. We're red and orange ABs in all of those flowers. And then yellow. We had purple ABs in here, right? There are ABs in the flowers here. There are some orange here. There's orange and yellow in here. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. The one place that didn't have ABs was the actual lighthouse. The house did not have any ABs. I don't think. No ABs on the house. So I wanted to make the lights. And I played with some of the lights for a while. And you might not like what I did, but you know what? I like how it turned out. I'll show you those in a second, okay? Again, down here, oranges and reds, orange and red ABs. White goes through here. Yellow goes through here. Yellow is here. It's literally every little section of this painting had ABs in it, okay? The sails, and this is yellow in here. This whole section, starting here, all of this goes like this. Okay, this white in the center, because that's like the sun. And then it's surrounded with yellow AB. This is all yellow AB, yellow AB. This whole big section is yellow. Lots and lots of yellow. A friend, Patty, told me, she says, well, when you get to that side, it's not boring. There's a lot of ABs over there. And she's right. All the sails are like outlined with AB. There's ABs on the boat itself. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, greens. Yeah, we've got greens too. Where do we have green? Up here, over here. I mean, wow. What more can you say about that painting? Now, I'm going to show you the windows. The one thing I did The only thing I added was sunshine sparklers from DP with Sparklers. Okay, I always like to use these if I have light. Now, I played with them. I played with it. I didn't actually like replace a color at all. I kind of played with what I saw in the photo. So I was sitting here looking at my picture and I'm looking at it closely and I'm like, how does the light go? Now, if you'll notice up in the beacon, look at the light. It makes like a line that goes all the way through, right? Because that's that light, the beacon in the lighthouse. And so I tried to mimic this with the sparklers. Some of these windows are darker. Like this window over here was darker. I didn't do anything. That one's dark. I didn't do anything to that one, right? But these others I did. So this was the only one I kind of did just straight across. Let's zoom you in and I'll show you up close. If we can get it without too much glare, if you can, it's so sparkly. It is so sparkly and shiny, it's going to be hard to see what I did, right? So this, I just filled all of these boxes here. And I put a few over here. I just popped them in over there because it kind of got dimmer as it went that way in the picture. So I just threw a few of the sparklers over there. This window up here, let's see if I can get you up there. This window up here, I just kind of, I mean, there was the main focus of light here and it kind of dwindled up that way. All right, so you see kind of how I did that? And I did the same thing with this window there. Now, the actual lighthouse beacon, that was the hardest. That was really the hardest because I didn't want it to just look like a big long strip, just a big, rectangular strip going across, because that's not really what that light did. So this is what I did. Let me show you. Let me get it up here. It's just kind of, some are down, some are up. It just kind of, I made it, you know what I mean? I like it. I like how it turned out and the light extended out. I didn't go out this way, but it did extend out that way. Put some here, put a few in the little porthole there, and some outlining that window there. I like it. I like how it turned out. I mean, if you look at it from a distance, it is so shiny. You guys, it's so shiny. The whole thing is so shiny because there's so many ABs in it. It's hard to really get it to, focus in well. At the very end, I'll do a little pan across the painting and show you some of the highlights. I can get closer with my camera and you won't get quite as much shine. The closer I get, the less shine that you'll see. But it's stunning. It's stunning. And it was so much fun to work on. It was just a blast to work on. Oh, did I tell you there's pink ABs in the tree up there? Yeah, of course there is, right? It's gorgeous. If you love landscapes, even if you're not a Chuck Pinson fan, you can't say no to this one. You just can't say no to it. It's perfect. And like I said, I didn't have to add anything to it. I think adding anything else to it with the amount of AB that was already in it would have just been like overkill. You know what I mean? I loved it. Absolutely loved it. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. And let me know what you think. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to do a little pan over here at the end and let you see it up close. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now I have to find a frame. I have to find a frame. I'm looking for something that's going to be like 35 by 26. That's an odd size. It's a weird frame, but I got to frame this one. It has got to go up in my house. All right. Somehow, some way, I got to figure it out. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.